Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Maro. Today I'd like to guide you through a gentle Vinyasa flow class. You'll need a couple props. Maybe you have 2 blocks in the house or 2 pillows and a folded blanket. I'll guide you through some juicy movement. We'll start lying down just for a little bit, come up to hands and knees and come up to standing, make our way back down so that we can rest and end the class with breathing and meditation. All right, so jump into something comfortable. I'll see you soon. All right, everyone, let's jump right in. We'll start lying down. You can place a blanket here just so we can find a nice deep breath and wake up the glutes with some bridge pose before we come up. So go ahead and make your way down on your mat. This is where you'll need the blanket. And let's find constructive rest, unless, of course, there's another posture that you prefer. You can do that lying down. So constructive rest is super wide feet, wider than the hips. Let the knees fall in towards each other, and you can make any adjustments once you get there. Arms resting on the belly. Make sure you're comfortable here, and let's take a few cleansing breaths. Breathing in through the nose. Open your mouth and release that breath. Big inhale through the nose. Open your mouth, let it go. Last one, big breath in through the nose. Open mouth, sigh. And let's find our deep yogic breathing. Just beginning to breathe in and out of the nose. And see if you can stretch out your inhalation just a little bit more each time. Deepening your exhalation just a little bit more with each breath. And see if you can breathe in such a way that makes your belly move. Make your hands move with each breath. And let's connect our breathing together as a group, collectively practicing yoga together from all the parts of the city, the state, who knows, the world. So exhale fully wherever you are. And we'll inhale deeply here, breathing into your low belly. Exhale to release that breath. Inhaling deeply, let the ribs expand. Exhale, soften a little more here. Inhale purposefully, fill the torso with breath. Exhale completely. One more here, inhale deeply. Exhaling fully. Awesome job. Release the hands down. Let the knees move away from each other. Maybe you have that wide stance with the feet. You can go a little wider. Arms out to a T, and we'll warm up with some windshield wipers here, side to side, left and right. Just checking in with the body. Noticing how your body feels today without any judgment, without any pride, just checking in, being a witness to the sensations as you're moving. Good. We'll come back to neutral and let's find our bridge stance. Feet hips distance apart. Feet next to each other. If you have tricky knees, you can move the feet a little further away. You can find that perfect stance. Just make sure your feet are right next to each other. So I say we heat up the glutes, warm up the glutes so we can take them with us into class. So first find a nice big breath in through the nose. Long breath out. And on your next inhale, you can press into the feet. And I say we go into a low bridge. Lift the hips into a low bridge. It's all glutes. Squeeze the bum. Good. And exhaling to lower. Inhaling to come up. Low bridge. Squeeze the bum. Exhale to release down. Good. Do that for a few rounds before we come up to a higher bridge. Just a nice low bridge. So we can wake up our glutes, take them with us into our yoga class. That's how I like to get started in my own practice. And if this breathing of inhaling up, exhaling down doesn't feel right for you, you can always reverse it. There's no rule that says you have to do it that way. So maybe you want to exhale up, inhale down. That's fine too. Just pick one, stick with it. And feel your feet pressing into the mat. Super important, right? This action of hip thrusting starts with the breath, then it starts with the feet. Good. Maybe next time you go a little higher, just to a medium bridge. If you want, you can go even higher than that. And let's do like a 5 or 6 squeezing of the glute out of 10. We don't want to over squeeze, over grip, over clench. Just a little, hello glutes, wake up. All right, let's do 2 more rounds, wherever you are. Let's make these nice and slow. Awesome job. Good. Pause for a moment. Just notice what that felt like. Maybe an open mouth sigh will feel good. And let's find our windshield wipers again before we come up to hands and knees. I'm excited about our flow today. Okay, come back to neutral, hug the knees in. Maybe rock side to side a few times. And on a big breath in, send the heels up to the ceiling, like you're standing on the ceiling. Let your arms go overhead. And as you exhale, hug the knees in. Let's do that 2 more times. So big breath in to stand on the ceiling, arms overhead. Exhale, hug. Last one, big breath in. And a big breath out. And you can rock side to side a few times. We'll fall to one side. Gently press yourself up. We'll find our neutral tabletop. This is where I like to take the blanket with me that was under my head. And I place it under my knees. You might do the same. And let's see. Go ahead and place one of those blocks at the top of the mat. We might need that later, so just have that there. Good. So neutral tabletop. Knees are under your hips. Hands maybe in line with the face. I like to move them a little more forward. Give space for my shoulders. Spread the fingers really, really, really wide, okay? Maybe you tuck the toes here. We're just warming things up. If there's too much weight on the wrists, you can always send the hips back a little as we're warming things up, okay? And let's move side to side. So a little to the right, a little to the left, just like this. And again, you control how much weight you put into the wrists. You can always send the hips back and give yourself a little break. Spread those fingers again and come back to moving side to side. We want to slowly warm up the wrists so we can use them for our down dogs, our modified belly down vinyasas. Yeah. Good. Let's take this shifting side to side into an elephant walk, okay? So when you shift into the left hand, you're going to turn the right hand to say 2 o'clock, all right, if there was a clock face on your mat. And then keep that right hand at 2 o'clock, lean into the right hand, see how that feels, and then shift the left hand to say 10 o'clock. So let's just go side to side like this. Maybe you keep them at 2 and 10, that might be enough. or you can turn to say 3 and 9 o'clock. All right, maybe you turn even further. You don't have to go all the way where the fingers are facing your knees. You can if you want, if you have the mobility and it feels good, but there's no magic in being able to do this, right? This is just all about stretching, finding juicy and yummy stretches. All right, then we'll elephant walk our way back. Lovely, and maybe we come up onto the knees, rotate the wrists, give them a little break. Whew. Yeah, rotate them the other way and shake them out. Awesome. Mindfully spread the fingers in the right hand, place it on the mat. Same with the left hand. Spread fingers, drop the belly and lift the gaze for cow pose. Big inhale here. Exhaling to neutral if you have osteoporosis in the spine. Otherwise, you can round the spine, releasing the head and neck. Good. Let's continue like this. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the gaze. Exhale to neutral. Pull the belly in and up, or you can round the spine if you don't have osteoporosis in the spine. Good. Continue at your own pace. You can keep the toes tucked or untuck them. Maybe you add a little organic movement here to your cat-cow as you breathe in. Maybe you shift the hips side to side, or maybe the shoulders side to side. Same thing in your neutral or cat pose. So find some freedom here, whatever your body needs. Just continue to breathe. One last one. Good, and we'll send our hips back to either puppy pose or child's pose. Give yourself a little rest. You can use that other block under your forehead. Let's give the wrists another break. 2 deep breaths here, wherever you are, either puppy pose, where your hips are elevated like this, arms out, maybe forehead on a block. Okay, that might feel better on the knees. If you can sit back on the heels. Both are perfectly acceptable. Let's take a big, deep breath here, wherever you are. Inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale fully through the nose. And a big inhale to bring you back up to tabletop. And let's step through for a standing forward fold. Step both feet through, releasing the head and neck. You might say no and yes with the neck. Good. Big inhale, maybe a micro bend in the knees, bringing your chest closer to the tops of your thighs. As you exhale, you can work towards straightening the legs as much as they can go. Don't push them too much. Just find that first edge of resistance. Inhaling, bending the knees, seeing if the chest can go a little closer to the thighs. Exhaling to straighten the legs. Good. Inhale, halfway lift here. Exhale to fold, and then we're going to inhale to come all the way up. Maybe with bent knees, arms overhead. Exhale, hands at heart. And we'll make our way down again. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, the knees, fold. Good. Breathing into halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, walk back out to table. Awesome. Inhale, cow pose, arch the spine. Exhale to neutral or cat pose. One more like that. Inhale, cow, arch the spine, lift the gaze. Exhale to neutral or cat pose. Lovely. From here, let's come onto the belly. So take a breath here in tabletop. Sorry, I should have said that first. Exhaling to lower all the way down to the belly. Let's find just a few back bends so we can warm up for our belly down vinyasa. So hands, I like to do spider arms, I call this. Fingertips off the mat, super wide hands, maybe in line with your neck, your face. All right, fingertips are going to stay on the mat. Engage the legs, right? Point the toes. A little bit of action down the legs. A definite squeezing of the bum. So squeeze the glutes, shoulders away from ears. All right, this already probably feels like work, and it should. Good. On your next inhale, gently peel the chest up. Just a baby cobra. shoulders away from ears. Feel the lower tips of the shoulder blades squeeze together. And exhale to lower down. So let's flow like this just 2-3 more times. Inhale, baby back bend, squeeze the bum. Exhale to lower. Good. One more. Inhale. Exhale, release. Good. And then from here, bring the hands back under the shoulders, tuck the toes. Let's come up through tabletop to child's pose. Just one breath here. Notice how the body's feeling. Notice how the breath changed from some of that yummy movement we just did. See if you can smooth out your breath. Big breath in through the nose. Long, deep exhale. Reach the hands forward in your child's pose. Inhale deeply to table. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, down dog. And let's find a little flow here. Breathing in to slowly lower the knees. You can use your core here. Exhale, child's pose. Breathing into table. Breathing out, tuck the toes, lift the hips, down dog. One more like this. Inhale, slowly lower the knees down. Breathing out, send the hips back as far as they want to go. Good. Inhaling now to table. Good. And let's step that leg through, right leg through for low lunge from our tabletop. Inhaling to come up. Awesome. And let's rotate the wrists in one direction. Rotate them the other way. And reach the fingertips up to the ceiling. So reach the fingertips and then see if you can feel where your low ribs are. And let's make sure the low ribs are stacked over the pelvis, okay? So low ribs down as you reach up. And that might mean that your arms are here, and that's okay, because you might have tight shoulders. We're going to slowly soften those, okay? So be patient. All right, one more breath here in your low lunge. And release this down. Good. Let's come through tabletop. One cat-cow. Breathing in. Arch the spine, shoulders away from ears. Breathing out to neutral or table. Come back through neutral tabletop. We'll step the left leg through. Just warming things up. Low lunge on the other side. Inhale to come up. Good. Option to tuck the back toes if that helps you feel a little more stable. And then as you reach the fingertips up, straightening the arms, see if your back wants to arch here. See if you can just encourage the low ribs to move down. I am a rib thruster, so I have to make this adjustment. But just check in to see where your ribs are. Good. And breathe. One more breath here. Maybe we flick the fingers. Good. And we'll release this down. Lovely. All right. Here is a modified belly down vinyasa. Breathing into table. Breathing out, you might lean a little forward. It's knees, chest, chin. And then inhaling to slide out to your baby cobra. Shoulders away from ears. Exhaling to lower. Breathing into table, or maybe you feel like plank is an option. And then exhaling down dog. All right, we'll do that one more time. Drop the knees in table. Take a big breath here. Exhaling, lower knees, chest, chin. Inhaling to find a back bend. Exhaling to lower down. Breathing into table or plank. Breathing out, downward facing dog. Good. Let's hold our down dog for a few breaths here. So find a stance that works for you. Distance between the hands and the feet. I encourage a little micro bend in the knees. And then feel like you're sticking your butt up in the air. Good. Really spread the fingers. Relax the head and neck. And then feel as though you're hugging the shoulders. Sorry, not the shoulders. Feel as though you're hugging your armpits into your chin. One more breath here. Awesome. And from here you can step, walk, or jump to the top of the mat. We're finding that standing forward fold again. This time, grab your block. You can use this under your hands. So go ahead and bend that left knee, okay? Place the right hand on the right hip, and then twist and turn to the right. Okay, maybe you don't need the block, but this is where you can place it. All right. And then you can stay here, or maybe that right arm wants to reach up to the ceiling. Just encourage shoulder away from ear. All right. This is more about feeling the stretch sensation down the right leg than it is about the shoulder. So if this is preventing you from finding that twist, just let the right hand rest on the right hip. Cool. Maybe your gaze is up to the ceiling. Just breathe into this. One more breath. Awesome. Release this down. Let's find a forward fold, straightening both legs, and we'll switch sides. So bend into that right knee. You can use the block again. If you want to bring the floor closer to you, left hand on left hip, twist and turn to the left. Shoulders away from ears. And feel that stretch down the left leg. Right hand can stay there, or maybe it wants to come up for a deeper twist. Your gaze could be up to the ceiling. It could be to the side. It could be down if that feels better. One more breath. Release the left hand down. Straighten both legs. Good. Halfway lift to a flat back. Let's stay here for a breath or two so we don't get dizzy when we come up. So feel like you're sticking your butt out behind you. Belly in and up. One more breath here. You have an option to come up from here, or you can fold as you exhale and inhale to come all the way to standing. Exhaling, hands at heart. Good. I say we find some modified sun salutations here. All right. I'm going to adjust my blanket so that it's just under my knees. All right. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhaling, hinging from the hips and the knees, fold. Breathing in to lift halfway, flat spine. Breathing out, send the right leg back, knee down. Inhaling to come up to low lunge. And then exhaling to bring the hands down. All right, we're moving a little fast here, but you can take extra breaths if you need to. You can slow down. Inhale, table. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly. It could be knees, chest, and chin, or all the way to your belly. Inhale for your back bend. Exhaling to lower down. Breathing in to table or plank. Breathing out to your down dog. Good. Maybe we hold here for just a breath. And from here, you'll step the right leg through. You can even drop into tabletop to do that. Drop the back knee. So we got the right foot forward, left leg back. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, release the hands down. Step that back foot forward. Breathing here for a halfway lift. You can always come up to standing from here, or exhale, fold. And inhaling all the way up to standing. Good. Exhale, hands at heart. That was one round, one side. So pause here for a moment. You can let the hands rest at your heart or by your sides, whatever feels comfortable. Just notice how the body feels. Maybe if your heart rate changed, maybe your heart's beating and you can feel it as your thumbs are pressing against your sternum. Let's take a nice deep breath here, feeling nice and tall. Inhaling deeply, growing through the spine. Exhaling fully, releasing any tension. Good. We'll do the other side now. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhaling, hinge from the hips, hinge from the knees, fold. Relax the head and neck. Inhale, lift halfway to a flat spine. And as you exhale, you'll plant the hands, left leg back. Breathing in, low lunge. Breathing out, release the hands down. Find table or plank pose, your choice. As you exhale, you'll lower down to your belly. As you breathe in, you'll find a back bend. Squeeze your bum. Exhale to lower. Breathing into table or plank. And breathing out, downward facing dog. Hold for just 2 breaths. And we're stepping the left leg through either from down dog or table. From either location, drop the back knee. Big breath in, low lunge. Big breath out. Hands down. Step that back foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And you can come up from here, or maybe you exhale to fold, and a big breath to come up to standing. Arms out and up. Exhale, hands at heart. Whoo! And we've completed our sun salutation portion of the class. Good job, everyone. Just pause and breathe here. You can rest the hands down by your sides. Maybe you want to find mountain pose. I'll turn so you can see me. So feet are hips distance apart. You can lift and spread the toes, plant them on the mat, and just see if you can distribute the weight a little more into your heels. See what that feels like. A little action. Feel energy running down the legs, maybe up the legs from the ground. Shoulders away from ears. Relax shoulders. And everything is stacked. You have a sense that your rib cage is over your pelvis. Your ears are over your shoulders. Good. One more breath in your mountain posture. Lovely. From here, let's find warrior one. So let's do left foot forward, right foot back. So find a nice wide-legged stance here. Your chest is facing the front of your mat, okay? And you're on railroad tracks. There's some space between your feet. So let's find a little flow here. So as you breathe in, you'll bend into that front knee and you'll find warrior one. As you breathe out, just step back from here. So let's flow in and out of this. Inhaling warrior one. Press into that back foot. Breathing out to come out of it. Good. 2 more. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Last one. Inhale deeply. And release that breath. Awesome. Come into warrior one again. And this time we'll open up warrior two. Okay, you'll have to adjust the feet a tad bit to find your footing, right? Now you're on railroad. You're not on railroad tracks. You're on a tightrope, okay? Front toes facing the short edge of the mat. Back toes facing the long edge of the mat. Arms by your sides. This time your chest is to the long edge of the mat, right? And your gaze is over your front fingers. Awesome. Release that back hand down and find a side bend here. Peaceful warrior. Exhaling maybe into extended side angle prep. Cool. Inhaling peaceful. Exhaling extended side angle prep. One more big breath in. And big breath out. We'll just hold this for 1 breath. Feel strong in both legs, pressing into the outer edge of that back foot, reaching through the fingertips. You're creating this long line from that back leg all the way up to that top arm, right? Awesome. And we'll release that, straighten the leg. Whoo! Let's come back through center. Bring the feet together, shake it out. So we can do the other side. All right, so that was left leg. I'm going to go this way so you can see my other side. So let's do right foot forward, left foot back for warrior one on the other side. Okay. Again, feet look down. They're on railroad tracks. There's some space between the feet. Okay. Breathing in, bend into the knee, arms up. Breathing out to come out of it. Let's flow here. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale. One more. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Actually, I think we need to do one more. Breathing into warrior one. Breathing out to release. Good. Now come back into your warrior one and let's open up warrior two. Moving the feet around. Feet are on a tightrope now. Okay, relax the shoulders, reaching through the fingertips. Gaze over your front fingertips. Maybe you look down. You always want to make sure that knee is tracking over the toes. Lovely. And then we'll find a peaceful. That back hand is going to slide down that back leg. Front arm reaching up for a side bend. Big breath in here. As you exhale, extended side angle prep. You're just resting your forearm on your thigh. And let's reverse this. Strong legs. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more. Inhale, peaceful. Exhale. And we'll stay here and breathe as you hold your extended side angle prep. Pressing into the outer edge of that back foot. Yes. Lovely. We'll release this. Come up, straighten the leg. Let's point the toes forward. Heel toe the feet together. Whew. Let's come to the top of the mat. Start to wind it down. Inhaling, arms out and up. Exhaling, bending from the hips and the knees to fold. Inhale, lift halfway, flat spine. Exhaling to maybe plant the hands and walk out to your tabletop or down dog. Your choice. All right, let's all meet in down dog. Tucking the toes, lifting the hips, spread the fingers. All right, let's find our last belly down vinyasa. Maybe you feel excited to try plank here. You don't have to, but as you breathe in, you can just lean forward into plank pose. Feel strong in the legs and the glutes. Exhaling to lower all the way down. Good. Breathing in, shoulders away from ears for your back bend. Breathing out to lower down. Big breath in to either table or plank. Breathing out to downward facing dog. Good. All right, everyone. Let's drop the knees and find child's pose. Oh, let's start to wind it down. Make a pillow for yourself. Again, you can do puppy pose if child's pose doesn't feel right today. Lifting the hips off the heels. Okay, here's puppy pose. This is yummy too. Wherever you are. Surrender for a moment and just breathe deeply. Let's take 2 more deep breaths. Awesome. From here, let's lie down for just a few more stretches, a little more movement, a short little rest. So find yourself on your back again. And let's do some windshield wipers. Feet, mats width apart. Let the knees drop side to side, left and right. And if you'd like, when the knees drop to the right, maybe you just pause there for a breath. And then you can move them back to the other side. You could pause there for a breath. Good. A few more rounds, any way you want. With movement, with holding. And let's find a reclined twist here. So let's bring the legs together, feet together, like you're gluing them together. Gently press into the feet, lift and shift the hips a little to the left. And we'll let the legs just drop to the right. I like to take the right hand, guide the right thigh down. I give it a little pull, so it's optional. This is a deeper stretch. I feel it on the outer part of my left hip, left glute. Good. Left arm reaching out to the left. Maybe you turn your gaze in that direction. And let's take 2 deep breaths here. Awesome. Come back through center. And we'll do the same thing. Bring the legs together, feet together, lift, shift the hips a little to the right, and let the legs drop to the left. Awesome. Left hand guiding the right thigh down, maybe a little pull if that feels good for you, whatever's appropriate for your body. This should be a full body yes. Make sure this feels yummy. Gaze is over the right hand. So hold and breathe wherever you are. Cool. From here, come back through center and let's stretch it out. Just take a little short rest here, a little short shavasana. Legs out, arms to the sides. Try not to skip this part. This is really important. It's important because the body needs to absorb this practice and you deserve a break. It's important because we always go, 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 go. We don't give ourselves a chance to just rest. So here is this invitation to allow the body to kind of melt into the mat. Just allow yourself to rest. I assure you, your body is whispering, thank you. Thank you for giving me a little break. Thank you for moving me. Thank you for breathing. And now thank you for resting. Okay, so maybe we just pause for 1 minute. Just a silent minute of just being, of not doing. See if you can feel your whole body as you lie here. Feel your body, feel the weight of yourself, feel the shape of yourself. You can feel the parts of the body that are touching the mat. Cool. Good job, everyone. You can find just some gentle movement here, wiggling of the toes and the fingers. Maybe a full body stretch. You could breathe in. And as you exhale, you could hug the knees in. Of course, if you want to take a longer shavasana, goodness, just pause this video and do it. You are allowed to take a longer shavasana. But I'm going to continue here with guiding us through some breathing and meditation. All right, so let's lean to one side. And then maybe you gently press yourself up. Cool, so I'm gonna take my block. Sometimes I like to sit this way for breathing and meditation. I place the blanket over the block. You can use a bolster or a pillow, lots of options. You just want to elevate the hips, right? That's my rule, or the rule. Elevate the hips. Just encourage the hips to be higher than the knees, okay? You can sit in Sukhasana, which is crisscross applesauce, that my teenage boys still use that phrase. Or you can sit in Siddhasana, which is heel bone to pubic bone, all right? Whatever feels comfortable. And I like to pull the flesh back. I lean to one side, pull the flesh back, so I'm sitting on my sits bones. I do the same thing with the other side. All right, so I say we do alternate nostril breathing today. Super yummy breath. Of course, you can opt out of any breathing technique, right? Make sure it feels good. You're not dizzy or anything, but this is a lovely breathing technique. It just promotes overall well-being, lowers your blood pressure, lowers the heart rate, just makes you feel really relaxed and balanced. okay? So you can use your right hand to do this. We're going to open and close right and left nostril. So we're breathing in through one nostril, breathing out the other, and then switching sides. I like to take index finger, middle finger right between my eyebrows. I just like to anchor my hand this way. You don't have to, though. You could kind of do it like this, you know, just without that. But here's how I do it. All right, go ahead and plug or seal, maybe is a better word, seal the right nostril, and then breathe in through the left. And when you've taken a nice long inhale, seal the left and exhale right. And then breathe in right. Seal the right nostril, exhale left. That was one round of breathing. Let's keep going. Inhale left. Seal the left nostril, exhale right. Inhale right. Seal and exhale left. And keep going on your own. Let's do a few more rounds. If your nose is clogged, you can always imagine breathing in and out of the nostrils. In through left, out through right, in through right, out through left. So you can just visualize that. That's a nice option if your nose is just really clogged. Let's do 4 more rounds. Two more. Last one. Lovely. Whenever you're done, there's no rush. You can rest the hands on your thighs. Maybe your eyes are closed. They don't have to be. And just make sure you're sitting nice and tall and that you're comfortable. You can always make any adjustments that you need to be comfortable. Yes, we do find stillness when we sit, but I want you to be comfortable. All right, once you get there, once you get to that juicy, lovely spot, allow the legs and the pelvis to feel grounded and heavy. Send your roots down. And breathe some length in the spine or some energy to sit nice and tall, crown of the head, a lofty treetop that's reaching for the sun. You can relax your shoulders, relax your face, forehead, jaw. And we can look away from the thoughts. Maybe you hear the sounds first in your environment. Notice what sounds are there, maybe birds, people talking, cars driving by, whatever they are, just notice them without reacting, to the best of your abilities. And then guide your attention to feel and follow the breath. Just let the sounds and the thoughts be in the background of your awareness as your attention lands on the breath. And you can feel and follow the entire breath as it moves in the body. Or maybe you want to pick one spot to focus on. I like to focus on the nose, upper lip area. Just feeling the cool air moving in, the warm air moving out. And the mind will eventually wander away to something else. A distraction, a thought, something will take our attention away, and that's okay. But when you wake up again to the present moment, just savor waking up. Feel good about having that aha moment. And gently come back to feeling and following the breath again. Let's try that here for a few rounds. Feel as though your breath is your best friend. Your old friend that's always there for you. And the sensations are so interesting. The most interesting thing that's happened today, right here, this next breath. Let's remember the goal of yoga. We move, we breathe so that we can find stillness, so that we can meditate, so that maybe one day we can achieve profound meditation. Might we have stable, clear, calm attention. So with that in mind, let's feel and follow just 5 more breaths, 5 natural breaths. Bring your palms together, hands at heart. Beautiful job, everyone. Feel really good about practicing. Feel good about showing up on your mat, moving the body, breathing deeply, sitting to meditate. I hope you have an awesome day. Thank you. Namaste, everyone. The light in me honors the light in all of you. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Have an awesome day.